she was able to connect with other victims.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this guy was pretty much like a Tinder swindler. It kind of liken it to that to give you some context.
Mm-hmm.
So Jen has a history of dealing with, men who are not on the up and up, who are very flashy,
Mm-hmm.
but they're dishonest about how they acquire their material possessions.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jen likes nice things. Nothing wrong with liking nice things. I like nice things, but Jen kind of is at another level with it, where she gets blinded easily by flashy things, and she doesn't really do her due diligence based off of her history. And she doesn't really ask those deep, hard questions. Like, as long as you can give her material things, that kind of pacifies her. It does.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's very easy for her to get caught up. And, I say that to say, but I also want to give her grace. She lost her mom a few years ago. I think, maybe 5-6 years ago, if not more.
About that.
And so, of course, when you lose your parent, you never really get over it. You learn how to live with it, but you never get over it. And so that could maybe play a part in it too. I don't know. Yes, Gloria's Love. I'm talking about the car thief. That's the one that was dating everybody in Atlanta and the Southeast. He was with the boys, the girls, the black, white. He was finessing and stealing from everybody. He was an equal opportunist, so I'll give him that. Everybody could get finessed, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Glorious Love. That's the one she did the documentary on BET. If y'all have BET, or if y'all have like Philo or any of those streaming services, go back and watch that documentary. I think it was about maybe 3 to 5 episodes of her sharing her story, talking to the other victims, and then her taking him down to Cobb County Courthouse to try to get her money back from him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me see. So she's been through a lot with men. I'm giving you kind of a quick and dirty history of her dating life just to show you like all the things that she's gone through. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, with this current young man, I guess there's a lot of confusion around what he does a living, how he gets his money, etc., etc., etc. Based on an interview with Carlos, he allegedly does affiliate marketing. To me, it sounds like a Ponzi scheme.
It's definitely a Ponzi scheme.
That people be doing, but it is what it is. But anyway, the whole reason why do we care about what's going on with Jen? Why are we in her business? Okay, because her new boo, her fiance, is on this latest season of Basketball Wives with her. And they are planning a $250 wedding in Paris. Yes, they're going to Paris. The wedding is going to cost $250,000. And that's her storyline this season, is leading up to the wedding, the planning for the wedding, and all the drama and issues around that. And so as they're planning for the wedding, there was one of the scenes where Christian was talking about how he thinks he may have to go and get a regular job and, like being a bartender or a waiter or something in order to pay for this wedding, because he still has to pay $250,000 in restitution. And the wedding is $250 as well for a case he had. Now, after, our favorite attorneys, such as Simone Redwine, a.k.a. Girl Is That Legal, and Pam the Law Intellect did some digging, we found that he actually did not owe $250,000 in restitution. He only owed $12,500. But the gag is, he told Jen that he needed help with the $250 so that he could have the money for her to pay for the wedding, and so he could also pay the people back that he's allegedly been scamming with his affiliate marketing,
which is a Ponzi scheme.
And
anytime somebody asks you to get them some money, and they gonna put it here, and they gonna give it here, and then they gonna bring it back here, It's a scheme.
Right. So girl is that legal on YouTube, aka Simone Redwine, attorney Simone Redwine, who was on the show Ready to Love, who her man kind of turned out to be a little shady as well. But anyway, she exposed it. So she did a background check on Jen's fiance, Christian, and this is how all this information came out. Mm-hmm. So when she did a background check and she did some digging and she confirmed that he actually had to pay back $12,500 and not $250,000, then that's when she started doing some digging about how he makes his money. And then that's when his alleged victims, who are claiming that they've been scammed by his affiliate marketing company, started to come out the woodworks. So girl is that legal, aka Simone, she did another live talking about Christian, where one of his victims came on the live and she talked about how she met Christian and how she started investing with him earlier this year. And how she explained how in order to get into investing with him, she had to put up an entry fee of $2,000. And how it would work is you invest $2,000 with him, and he would then give you a return of 2 to 3% each week. And so basically, you give him your money, and he helps you invest it in the stock market, because the reason that is because he's being looked at as a expert trader and investor, and so people are coming to him so that he can teach them how to trade and how to invest. And so that's why they were coming to him and giving him $2,000 initially to start investing. And so with his company, it's called the Gold Fund. He had, according to his alleged victim, she said that it was about 250 people that were a part of his email list. So that's $2,000 from 250 people each. You do the math, okay? And so another reason why people were freaking out about that is because, okay, people were adding it up because the math wasn't mathing, and they were able to deduce that, oh, so the money that he's getting from his affiliate marketing or trading company, that's the money he's using to fund his lifestyle and Jennifer's lifestyle.
Yes.
Because he's buying Jen diamonds. He bought Jen an AP, an Audemars Piguet. Okay? He's buying her luxury cars. He's paying her bills. He's taking her to Europe. She's going on shopping sprees. And he's using that money from those individuals who are, quote unquote, investing with him.
Now, we've seen Jen and him out. And Jen looks like money. And when she walked in where we were, you could tell. And he did too. You could tell. You could tell.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
We've seen them in person around Atlanta at the movies, yeah.
Yeah.
And the alleged victim was saying how it's supposed to work is she was told that each week, when you do things legitimately, when you invest with people, you're supposed to have like an account number. Like if you're investing in stocks or you're trading and you're under like a legitimate license insured investor, you're supposed to have an account number for your individualized account. But what Christian was doing was, when he would give people updates about their accounts, it would be like a vague email, and it would be like in screenshots.
Scammer!
Like it wouldn't be personalized. There would be like no personalized like identification information. Like nothing like with your account number or your name. It was just a very vague message to kind of give you an update about your portfolio. Yes, your account. And so that was another thing that kind of caused concerns. And then also, he's a felon. So he's not supposed to be doing any like trading on other people's behalf or investing.
And he knew
because
that.
he can't get insured. He's a convicted felon.
Yes.
And when you do stuff like that, you have to be insured. And he's not.
And none of this went off once again.